Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and riveting, amazing Propagandacast. With me, your host, Imperial Dane, master of propaganda, the one you love and worship at the altar of victory. Off here to a 1 versus 1 on Arnhem Checkpoint in the north. It is Loyal, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 2nd Infantry Division here with Urban Assault Company. Versus in the south, it is Donniechan, fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Das Vaterland. Rolling out here with the 17th SS Panzergrenadier Götz von Berlichingen with strategic reserves, Jägerarme and German mechanized with infantry, the sniper, mortar and Panzerfaust partisans. And Donniechan commits here to strategic reserves with an assault grenadier start here. Note he does have the infantry company, so he's not quite going all in on them, but he's definitely going to be committing to at least 1 squad, maybe 2. We'll have to see. Some players like to just go all in on the assault grenadiers, others go for like assault grenadier squad, maybe 2, and then just back out with grenadiers. We'll have to see what ends up here with Donniechan. We'll order the double riflemen so far. There'll probably be some rifle grenade launchers here for the re-echelons as soon as he gets the munitions for that. Though technically they weren't really launches, they're just grenades that could add to the rifle. I mean, the Germans were actually ones that had a specific like launcher to the rifle. I don't think the Americans used, and of course the Brits, it was just this grenade on a stick. And he spawns something C-74 sitting up over there. In the centre, essence they're burning off further here for Loyal. And west side, we got riflemen in there. And we got there more riflemen for Loyal, for freedom, democracy. More grenadiers there for Donniechan. His assault grenadiers then moving up the far west side here as the MD-42 pioneers will work together here. Reasonably well, anyways. Centre point being secured. Riflemen westward. 2nd Grenadier Squad almost done for Donniechan. Rifle squad, they're almost done. Pioneers moving ahead. Sultan is charging in for the glory of Deutschland, going straight for the fuel ponies. So Donniechan actually sneaking up there for a slightly disruptive start. He definitely don't think what most of us expected. Saying not Loyal. And there you go, trying to pursue this rifleman doing some heavy damage with MP40s. The Schmeissers, there you go. Joe goes down. As the rest of the men manage to kick in the door here, but it's going to be 2 versus all the 4 assault grenadiers there, not close. That's not going to end up well. Law there forced to retreat, leaving his fuel supply there. Actually in a precarious position. He's going to have to counterattack here. Of course, in the sense he can easily counterattack, since the ranged rifle will beat the assault grenadiers. But of course, the trick is that means he has to sort of divert forces away from the front line, meaning Donniechan can actually make good progress elsewhere. So that's sort of the sneaky move here behind Donniechan. It's not just he's slowing down his opponent's fuel resources, but he's essentially causing a front line drain. And you can see that again, he's just further and further trying to draw him in, then maybe try and rush him down there with the sprint. Either way, that is really sneaky play there by Donniechan. Again, it just means he can sort of pull more forces to the front line and push through there in some way. So then again, so far so managed to run 1 rifle squad, he's hoping to at least pull in another one. Maybe, but in this case it's not working out. So while in some ways he was able to draw away 1 unit, that was all because he put in there. So, you know, not quite as effective as he might have hoped for. But I can see the logic behind it. Of course, had Loyal committed more riflemen to that, I mean, of course, it would have been much better there for Donniechan. But even then, he's managed to slow down Loyal's fuel income there. There's some flanking through here. We got the rifle grenades there being handed out. MD-42 they're firing away, riflemen taking a bit of fire. Pioneers using the point here. Back here, no tech up yet for Donniechan. We got double MD-42, so that's a bit of an interesting strategy there with the Grenadiers and the assault grenadier squad. He probably wants to bring up some infantry, but at this point it might be that Donniechan actually wants to go for Panzer Grenadiers, in which case they need to take up. The other option, of course, he's actually planning on a sniper here like he's got a bulletin for. There's a few options there for Donniechan here versus Loyal. We'll have to see what it ends up with. MD-42 doing what he can there. And we got tech up there for Loyal, or tech up, sort of more like just additional extra tech in a sense, not up, since he's not moving up a tier all the way. We got the mechanized command post up there for the platoon command post, opening up for still light tanks here for him. Donniechan there, is he taking up now? Yes indeed, so it's likely Panzer Grenadiers next here. Bit of exploding here in the west. I'm not entirely sure what exploded there. But anyways, assault was moving forward there for Donniechan. So he's in the point of the Pioneers, and before 2's still slowly moving ahead, Loyal's going to have to deal with that, and he's bringing out a mortar. That's a very good choice, in particular versus one with double machine guns. Bring in some mortar fire to deal with that. It's a very good move there by Loyal. MG42 backing up, assault gunners moving in there. You know, he actually calls in a second assault grenadier squad. That's actually a bit interesting. Not what I would have figured here from Donniechan, but here we go. Reactions moving up. The raft grenade pioneers charging forward. See, we've got one raft grenade then count flying into the building, doing some damage. Assault gunners are losing out to the lieutenant, though. More firepower there, mid to long range. That way, gaining the upper hand. MG42 firing pioneers flanking in there, forcing retreat. Mortar there, a bit behind here for Loyal. And we got the ambulance on the way here for the Loyal first to heal up his men, which of course makes a lot of sense. Donniechan striking the calf point, setting up sandbags here. Soldiers as rifleman here will probably have to retreat the riflemen, maybe? Depends on how much damage can down the assaulters before they close in. Although with the MD42 joining in, that's a definite retreat here. Nice work there by Donniechan. Pretty much just stacking the odds in his favour, ensuring there's no chance RNG connected play in here. But just suppressing the bastards, allowing the assaulters just easily stroll up and just murder them. So, thumbs up there to Donniechan. Could use the machine gun in. That of course is one thing noting. While he might have one machine gun stuck, he's using the other one more actively here. Rival squad, in fact, almost getting wiped out. Lol there was too slow to retreat, and they're definitely running quite a gauntlet here of death. And there you go, full wipe there on Loyal's rifle in the early game. Very good for Donniechan. We do get the tech there, but nothing further happening with it. We got a medic bunker up there for Donniechan to heal up his troops. More terrorists being up here in the centre. Troops healing up. By the same time, we got an eastern push here by Loyal. That's a very good move. Instead of just attacking forwards into Donniechan's positions, he's outmaneuvering him by striking at the eastern side, where Donniechan's main focus now is the west. So thumbs up there to Loyal, taking the path of least resistance, and he can also make the farthest gains. MG42's like the church, got Ralph now being flung from one end of the house there to the other, and that's Rearson squad is definitely going to win there. Mortar running down there as well on the MG42, in fact almost wiping out Donniechan's MG42 crew. Nice work there. But there you go. Counter-attack force here for Donniechan. Assault Grenadiers leading it with some Grenadiers backing them up, forcing a route here for Loyal in the east. Still, he's managed to cut off Donnie's fuel for a while, though he is still being cut off, with Donnie here in fact locking down the cut-off point, making things a lot harder. The Stuart light tank will likely be needed here to sort of, I think, dislodge the situation here and give Loyal more progress versus Donniechan. And there you go, M5A1 Stuart light tank on the way there for Loyal. That's it, but Donnie's playing it, and there we go. Nice work by Loyal, throwing down a smoke grenade in front of the cut-off point. Sets up to grab it, and could also just possibly launch a counter-attack directly on the MB42. There you go, Rearson's flanking in there with rifle grenades on the MB42 there. Nice work by Loyal. Panzer grenades on the way there for Donniechan, likely going to be equipped with pan tricks at some point. More rifle grenades on the MB42, more firing gun, but there goes assault grenades plus pioneers sitting on the rifle squad here. Timing could have perhaps, in that regard, been slightly better timed. There goes suppressed, need to retreat that rifle squad before he loses another one. That's going to be quite painful there for Loyal, so not something we can afford. Panzer Grenadier squad almost done. Actually doesn't have munitions now. He's equipping grenadiers to the light machine gun, so he may not in fact be anticipating this to a light tank, since I don't think he's been laying down telemines either. Meaning Loyal actually has, I think, a good chance now trying to change the table see on Donniechan. There you go, quick grenade assault here around the mortar and the lieutenant, doing a nasty bit of damage, but also taking some casualties as one of their own gets killed by, in fact, almost getting wiped here on the assault grenadiers for Loyal. Stood moving in here, quickly scouting out for any Germans, but yeah, air has all been abandoned there by Donniechan as he moves elsewhere. In the east, Grenadiers advancing here, backed up by assault grenades in the far wing. Back here, troops healing and forcing. No signs up. There we go, we got to take off for Donnie, so he's going to basically try and survive with the Stuart out in the field. And not impossible, but it's going to be tricky and it's going to be a bit painful there for Donnie. Stuart murdering about. Rather than being pushed out by Panzergunners and the Pioneers with their flamethrowers. Probably wants to deal with the other infantry instead of trying to use it to clear up the light machine inside, or the heavy machine inside the church. So to be honest, not the most effective use of the Stuart there by Loyal when there's assault grenadiers and Pioneers to be murdered, or for that matter, Panther grenadiers. There we go though, got a route here. And there you go, a bit too slow there to get the Stuart out. Panther fired here by Donniechan's Grenadiers. 50 cal following out for Loyal, very good choice was all this infantry and probably could have gone for one sooner. Mortar around the lens, nice amongst the Grenadiers, almost wiping out the entire unit. Quick rifle grenade here on the Pioneers. Need to focus down those Pioneers first before trying to pop in the rear. Rifle Grenadiers squad there into the church. Or the house is going to bombard the church with it. Oh, there we go, the quick response here by Donnie. Quick assaults in there, or sprints, but they could, I think, taking a longer route to cover up the retreat path better. having a small chance of getting the reactions than on retreat. In fact, mortar recruiters too being fixed up, rather than they've pushed out as well. .50 caliber being hauled forward there by Loyal. Before setting up there, stood clearing out the cover. We got insane. The armor pistol rounds also got the mortar here. Still bouncing most of the shots. They are starting to penetrate. There's some still get through here. Need to get that mortar out of there. We got 50 caliber north push back. Fresh push into these there by a Loyal here. And there you go, routed once more. MD falling out. Donniechan commits more infantry here. All he needs to be careful not to, of course, to be dragged into like a pointless war of attrition here in the centre. He should again look to outmaneuver Donniechan, trying to drag him into 50 caliber fire and whatnot. And that way beat him. Back here we got weapon racks on the way for Loyal to increase his firepower. BAR's most likely, but you know, bazookas I think also a very good likelihood of happening here. Since he's like anticipating Donniechan, of course, pushing out armor against him, so having bazookas ready for that would be very, very sensible. The attentive as the assault gunners up close, more punishment for Donniechan. 50 helping up, they're suppressing one of the Panzer Grenadier squads, and we got Mortified joining in the fun. Down south here, munitions point being claimed there for America, freedom, democracy. And there goes the light tank charging forwards, Rifle opening up the advanced Grenadiers. Got riflemen from the north, there we go, Grenadiers almost being wiped out. There we go, bundle grenade. Oh! Too slow there by Loyal. Oh, he thought he could get out of there, but that had to retreat out of the way though. Another full wipe there against Loyal. Very good by Donniechan here, but definitely not good for Loyal. Still, he is making progress, though he is pushing him back slowly. And we got there Donniechan with the support core. He could go for a Panzer IV Model J, or he could just stick to regular Panzer IVs or just Austrians in the current circumstances. More rifling away there for Loyal. No bazookas as of yet. We'll of course have to see what Donniechan ends up. We do have one Telemann there though from Donnie though. The soldiers they're caught up in the open by the Stuart light tank. No upgrades there for them to get bigger yet. Victory point being seized. Stuart then engages slightly in the base. Of course, need to be mindful of what's going on here. Donnie getting ready for counterattack now that Loyal is in control of most of the map. Almost going with the victory points as well. It certainly seems like Loyal has managed to stabilise and in fact gain the upper hand, at least in terms of map control obviously. But again, Donniechan's earlier sort of advances there, of course, resulting in getting out tanks a lot faster than Loyal, and that's obviously what Donniechan is counting on the panzers to turn the tide for the fatherland. Pearson's there standing ready, rapidly equipped with BARs, need to get them moving fast, and of course the faster Loyal can take up and bring in armor, the better long term as well. Took out the medic bunker. I mean, this is a really aggressive base rate there with the Stuart light tank by Loyal. I mean, it's going to certainly hurt for Donniechan a bit there, losing the medic bunker. He can replace it, but that's another 150 manpower and 60 munitions on that, which means he's not going to be upgrading those assault grenadier escorts right away then. So we'll have to see if he actually does it, but I imagine he will. Then he's got a really nice flank there by Donniechan. A real nice push. Do it there. Not getting too close to the Telemann. Very good there for Loyal. Obviously doesn't know it, but you know, it's very good for him. Ravnade. Oh, we got Ravnade off it on these. Oh, took a bit of damage from it, but nothing too critical. We got the Stuart moving in. Then he's got to be careful not to get too close to the Grenadiers. Panzer there being focused down. We got soldiers there being taking a few hits as well there. Mortar raining down right into the midst of Donniechan's bunched up infantry. Panzer Grenadiers they're almost being wiped out. Donniechan though continues up the assault here. He refused to give up. Another unit wiped here. Looks like the lieutenant paid the ultimate price in service of America. Troops are healing and enforcing. No sign of take-up yet. And we got Rangers out here from Loyal. Immediately equipping them with the Thompson submachine guns. Back here we got the Panzer IV Model J there for Donniechan and the German army. 17th SS there clearly receiving some support from nearby Panzer Division, as the 17th SS did not have access to actual Panzers. It had Stukes and it had Marders, but it had no Panzers. It was supposed to get Yak Panzer IVs, the ones without the high velocity gun. when they were in Normandy, but they never arrived in time for the fighting. In fact, only arrived afterwards. Most of the German army had pulled out and sort of started fighting around Paris instead. A little fun fact there. Stuart Light moving ahead here, then engaging the ND42 up close. Virtually 2 very good, but there is, of course, down at Panzer IV Model J out here for Donniechan. And we got MD42 wiped. The Assault is moving in. Stuart causing more casualties there. Modifying the MD42 in the center. Grabs it. Under fire from the Stuart. But there you go. Panzer IV to the rescue. And that might also have been the secondary reason he could actually serve as bait there. Rangers retreating there. He's going to need bazookas because he's got otherwise no way of stopping that Panzer IV. He might be able to cancel it on the Rangers and equip them with bazookas instead. In fact, it looks like that's exactly what Donnie's done. Not Donnie, but Loyal. So there we go. Ranger anti-tank team equipped there, of course, with the better bazooka. Well, they sort of know how to use it better. They know how to aim. Pioneers to close being wiped out. Here for the rifle, that's how about him as well. No medic bunker yet. For Herr Donniechan, Mortar moving up in the centre and the east, also some nice harassment there by Loyal, but Donniechan is reclaiming that. Oh, we got rifle moving out with BARs. We got take up there for Loyal as well, and the 2nd Infantry. Got the Tank Hunter Rangers out. There we go. Bazooka hits down the Panzer IV, doing some nice damage. Mortar firing down support. Oh, almost taken out. In fact, need to retreat immediately. And a bazooka was dropped as well. That's a bit awkward there. It seems like Donniechan has not realised it or simply doesn't care. Panzer IV, they're gaining veterans 1, 5 kills, adding a pinlock machine gun. Very good. And these we got here rifle versus assault grenadiers. Troops are healing, enforcing, and we got the major there almost done. Still some time before Lord can get out any armour, but you know, at least he'll soon have the option to actually push out tanks, which is, you know, better than not having them at all. But obviously he places the bazookas on the Rangers. We just move on. Looks like he's just moving on. Perhaps not even realise he dropped a bazooka. Rather than that, taking a substantial hit there from the Panzer IV Model J. Of course, worth keeping in mind here, the Model J Panzer IV has more accuracy than the regular Wehrmacht Panzer IV. It's not just that it has more armour, it's more accurate. There's actually a pretty big benefit there. And it actually gains more accuracy eventually too. So in many regards, the Panzer IV Model J is actually very much superior to the Wehrmacht Panzer IV. And again, you're not paying a lot more for it. So, little fun note there. Push in there, gonna loosen out the bazooka. Could see a grenade here. Oof, almost landed a wipe here, but not quite. And we got double machine guns around here now from Donniechan around the centre, making a bit of a no-go zone for infantry unless you got enough support and artillery. Panzer IV, they fixed up well right here for Donniechan and Deutschland. Mortar needs to get away. We got the majors well here with bazookas, and we got another lieutenant there for Loyal, who's of course away. He's not going to be getting any tanks out, so he might well just push what he can. And oh dear, the mortar went down again. In fact, that's actually the first time. There you go. Donnie makes a sneaky run for it there. I don't think he's going to make it, but even then he could slightly disrupt his opponent. Oh wait, there we go. Bazooka fire in the Panzer IV. Rifle grenadiers have alternate equipped with a bazooka. Grab the mortar back here. 50 cover there working west side. Bazooka rocket is impacting on the Panzer IV. Rangers are reinforcing again. This time replacing the lost bazooka there, having realised that, hang on, he lost one. Dang it. Troops are reinforcing. Close 22 down the Panzerkampfwagen 4 there for Donniechan already. That's going to be a real problem there for Lawson's again. At Veteran 2, he gains an additional accuracy bonus. That becomes really nice there for Lawl's infantry. Bazooka fire there. Rangers moving in. Note the way we move up there, so I think to sort of cover up the retreat path for the Panzer IV a bit better, and we can sort of get off and anti-tank rifle grenade at the right time. There we go. Panzer IV down to half health, but we also got Veteran 2 there. making the Panzer IV crew much more accurate. Machine gun setting up there, quick grenade there, could do the job, except it doesn't have the munitions. Do we have a Molotov? No, we do not either. Mortar is not nearby as well. Bit awkward there. We got 331 versus 367, so Lol does have a victory point lead now here. Donniechan. Donniechan, he could be going for another Panzer IV. Of course, he might feel bold and bullish and try and move ahead for the next tier. But no, we do get a Sturmgeschütz 3 Ausführung. Donniechan here perhaps feeling a bit worried about the potential of Allied tank destroyers to give his Panzer IV a really rough time. Which certainly makes a lot of sense. So when you're looking at the sort of current set of events there, Jackson, there would definitely be a problem there for Donniechan's Panzer IV. Oh, Pioneers wiped as well. Another blow there to the 17th SS Panzer IV rolling back. Note, by the way, the 17th SS would have been equipped with Stuke 4s and not Stuke 3s. In fact, Stuke 4s were usually commonly used when they had to equip a Panzer battalion with Stukes because they couldn't get Panzers. Usually Stuke 4s were used for that purpose, it seems. Not sure why, I guess, but I'm guessing logistics. Rangers moving up, they're taking our still. We got a lot of bazooka fire there on it. Made you drop the bazooka. Need to pick that one up. But we do get a Sherman instead. I mean, he's likely going to equip it with bulldozer blades to make it a bit tougher. Soldiers moving forwards there. Stuke adding a pin mount machine gun. There you go, a bit of supporting fire from the infantry. Very good, very good. And that's essentially the Stuke's job, to support infantry. Mortar firing down, and there goes soldiers were routed. We got a flank with grenadiers and pensmans. Very good move here. Sherman though is ready for loyal. And there you go, we do get the dozer blades, which increases health and armor, making it overall a bit tougher. Panzer there taking a direct hit here from the Sherman tank. Bolter blade almost done. Bringing the Coh point as well there. And there you go, Stuke charging 14. Of course, be careful not to be caught by bazookas. I think he accidentally retreated the Rangers as well. There might be something they missed, but either way, they're all gone. Sherman pulling back there. Look, guess he's waiting for the bulldozer blade to upgrade to up. And there you go, add it. Panzer IV moving in. Direct hit here from the Stuke on the Sherman. Got Pioneers going his own way there for Donniechan. Rifleman getting ready alongside a lot of other infantry. Donniechan is once more in a good controlling position here with the map. He might want to pull back the Stuke to a slightly more reserved position, but there you go. Seems like Lolly's just going to go all in swinging here. Holy smokes, there you go. Stuke down to half health there after all of those rockets flew at it. Quickly pulls out of there. Sherman moving ahead as well here. So far he's basically just trying to ignore the Panzer IV for as long as possible, maybe hook up maneuver and then sort of hit it with a bigger strike. Not a bad idea, but there you go. Stuke, they're almost down. Close. Is he going to keep at it? I think that's a sensible move there. We've got Rangers moving up. There we go. A lot of infantry moving in to block up any further infantry movements on the west. Assault gunners moving up the left side. They're noting. I don't think he's upgraded any of them as of yet. Panzer IV, they're close to the ace level. Sherman almost down. There you go. Rangers with the bazookas there. Oh, dear. On the other hand, he's making a mistake. He's pushing too far ahead. He's going to get hit with an attack rifle net right in front of the Rangers. What are you doing? Oh, Lyle, you're getting run over possibly. Not getting hit by the machine gun. But there you go. Still takes out the Panzer IV. Since at that range, they're not going to miss anyways. So a bit of a loss there for Donniechan. A Panzer IV that was almost 15-3 for Sherman. Even upgraded. I don't think that was a fully good trait there for Donniechan, to be honest. Obviously, Lloyd would always prefer not losing tanks, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been there. 331 was 224. Rifleman goes off here, causing quite some harm to the Grenadiers. We've got 12 kills there, and 50 cover the backing it all up. Sometime before calling another Sherman, he needs to also somehow maneuver this position. As for Donniechan, we got an Ostwind flak panzer, no sign of tier 4 here yet, so at least for now, Donniechan is not showing any signs whatsoever that he actually is interested in the Tiger race. Wow, he's going for double Ostwind. Donniechan is clearly feeling confident he can win this fast then. Since, I mean, if he gets hit by a tank and say he's lost the Stuke meanwhile, he's going to be in some serious trouble there versus Loyal, but, you know, double flak panzers can do some definite harm to Loyal's infantry. Not looking too good here. The incendiary pins around to cause some heavy damage. Got the mortifier joining in though, which might just help the 5th Cavalry just a bit. Stuke, they're taking shots, but most of them seem to be not making much of an impact there. 5th Cavalry there being forced out. The incendiary pins around stream just proved to be too much. Range has been suppressed. Pioneers for the assault gunners on the west side pushing back the rifle squad there. Machine gun, they're taking heavy damage from the mortar fire, and there you go. We got cover to cover. It's calling in smoke and cause line infantry nearby to move faster. Sneaky boo, we got the flak panzer up. They need to get some troops in them, particularly the rangers nearby. If we can get them into the church, should have a chance of stopping the flak panzer. But no, not quite any luck there as of yet. Bazooka fire there from the Essence being routed in by the Ostwind. Also more turn ones there from Donniechan. Thumbs up there. 2nd flak panzer done here for Donny. And Loyal is going to be in for a very bad wind, on ill wind, blowing in its direction. Still, double flak panzers is not something you see a lot, though, of course, with them being buffed, it's certainly becoming more likely. I think we're going to see more of them at the same time. Rangers, major pushback. Mortar goes off there. Enforcing bars being cut there to the lieutenant, very close to the Sherman. Of course, you just want to consider Jackson instead. Flak panzer rolling in aggressively. Bit of a bazooka hit there. Rifle grenade also not really making much of an impact, not unless they become a lot more advanced in modelling physics, in which case the rest of the rifle grenade could have gone into the turret and then killed the entire crew. But again, the game's not advanced enough to sort of replicate that. That would be cool in some way, though obviously we'd then have sucked really a lot there for Donniechan if that happened. Sherman on the way there for Loyal. Almost done with that one. Rather than taking heavy damage from the flak panzer, cause all the infantry by. Loyal is going to counter-attack head-on, not look like to find another path here. Bit dangerous, since again it does mean again he's going to be attacking strange where Donniechan is pointing every single gun without necessarily getting much of an element of surprise there. Panzer they're taking hits, Sherman almost done. Flak panzer calls opening up, so we got the Rangers, the major going for that. Sherman also up here. Needs to get one fast down there. Flak panzer taking heavy damage, and there goes 2nd flak panzer moving in, just heavy flak panzer fire here. Styming Loyal's assault on a fire, but there you go. Bazooka team clear up one of the Ostwinds. A bit of a blow there to Donniechan, leaving a bit too exposed there. Probably should have anticipated that the bazooka teams would have liked to hit one of the exposed ones still. Main force has been fought back. We got the flak the Sherman moving up here. Flak panzer advancing within support. Sherman there goes in for the flak panzer direct hit. We got Pioneers nearby, but nothing to actually stop the Sherman. Stuke is far behind. He forgot to repair it. He might get a chance. And there you go. Bazooka team's moving in. Troops have been suppressed here. Heavy damage to the flak panzer. There you go. Flak panzer down. Holy smokes. Donniechan there got a bit too confident, and Loyal just smacked him down. Got the Stuke moving forward now, but it's too late there. But at least the bazooka teams aren't about to punish the Stuke. Otherwise, that could have gotten very ugly then for Donniechan. Still, though, Donniechan has a significant part of the map even now, and Loyal's going to have to catch up pretty fast here versus Donniechan. Even like both flak panzers have been left smouldering husks of steel and fire. And a bit of soot. Troops reinforcing, fixing out that Sherman. Need to push eastwards as well, and again needs to somehow deal with that machine gun. And needs to reclaim the victory points, but right now Donniechan is keeping at least 2 of them under lock. Interesting enough, it's not the centre one, it's one of the far sides. 5th Cavalry moving up, but again the incendiary is around to well timed to basically just start punishing for it. Just popping in there, so that machine's going to win there. Nice use of incendiary there by Donniechan, by the way, very consistent. It is an ability I feel like gets overlooked by a lot of Wehrmacht players and Ober Commandos players who don't use it on the MG34. Stuke, they're good to go. Sherman moving in. 100 points left for Loyal here in the 2nd Infantry. Panzer them moving forward, taking air fire from the Lieutenant, the rifle squad there. Goodbye to Lieutenant, Lieutenant! Oh, that didn't quite do enough there. As much as you might have hoped. But there you go, Stuke being flanked by the Rangers, then Major taking heavy damage. Sherman also going for a flank here. And we got Rangers out here again, lightly been equipped with Thompson this time around to help deal out the infantry. Sherman there flanks the Stuke, direct hit on the side armour of Donniechan, Sturmgeschütz. Get it out of there, Donny, please. Oh, godness. Rifleman attempting push back, heavy damage being inflicted.
We just lost a unit.
And a unit got wiped. Another officer, junior officer, by the way, bit of dust there. Mortar fire ring down, almost got these soldiers there. Go heavy Panzerfaust fire, and it is almost wiped out by the Sherman. As soon as the Stuke is out of the way, he immediately switches over to high close range, just begin tearing through Donniechan's infantry. Mortar there pushed too far ahead, at least got ignored there and wiped out, and there he goes sprinting ahead to try and steal it. Rangers to move forwards. Thompson on the way there, but he was a bit slow to upgrade with them. Still, we could see a wipe in the retreating infantry with the Sherman. Does it happen now? Oh, miss. Mortar wiped out, ensuring that Donniechan does not get a mortar to add to his arsenal. Machine gun there, wipe. That's actually pretty bad. That's something that Lord immediately should grab and then set up. I think inside the house, they honestly to cover it or use it to support on infantry. Sherman crashing a lot of corpses. And you go another Stuttgart for Donny. I would say at this point, a tag race does not very much look like it's going to happen here. There we go, machine gun in the house. There we got Pioneers moving up. And they're both equipped here with the Pioneer support package for the ability to destroy cover, toss satchel charges, and I imagine most importantly of all, repair tanks a bit faster. Sturmgeschütz moving in. Pioneers there routed. Need to be careful not to extend the Stuke too far, since again those bazooka teams could cause a lot of harm very fast. Flanking up here, very good. Oh, he's moving straight into the MD-42 there. And we do have at least one of the assault gunners now equipped here with the veteran squad leader. Major Rowder got the Sherman moving out, and routed in the east as well. Guess we forgot about that machine gun. Pin on machine gun to the Stuke gun. It is coming inside the church with the bazooka and a light machine gun. As Loyal's Rangers going to try and clear out the church here. Sherman completely falling back. Got Rangers bazooka team moving out there. And the Rangers here taking a lot of damage. They just caused more or less across open ground there. I think even it's a bit of negative cover there. Though there's a crater in there which might have helped them a bit. But in the end, too much damage here from the light machine gun wielding grenadiers. Stuke moving up on the right flank. Backed up here by some assault grenadiers. 11 kills. Seizing the munitions. Stuke there taking hit from the bazooka wielding grenadiers inside the church. There we go, another hit. Not doing a lot of damage, of course, they're not Rangers. But there you go. Oh, Stuke getting absolutely pummeled there with bazooka fire, and it goes down. Oh dear, it's going to get bazooka and Panzerfaust to him. Oh! Bazooka fails to hit still. The Sherman's got a damaged engine, it's low on health. But can Donniechan get sufficient close enough to finish off? We got artillery called in on the church, the Rangers being forced backed up a rifleman. Other Rangers there. There. Apparently, just as I was to double click here to show them, the crew popped out and then it sort of shifted everything a bit there. Sherman number 2 on the way there for Laurel. Soldiers in a bit of trouble. Grenade here on. Oh, a Molotov actually, or a firebomb, whatever you want to call down the MD-42. Fifth cover opening up here as well. A soldier's being suppressed. The soldier team flanking up could pop a grenade to help finish his job further. We got 315 versus 57. But there you go, soldiers going to clear out the house there with a, well, fair load of grenades, almost wiping it out. Rangers pinned down to the ground like insects. Second Sherman moving out there. First one is still awaiting repairs. And the Rangers are being charged out, not even fully reinforced. Machine gun went down there, bit of blow there to Loyal and the second infantry. Round flanking up here, might take out a few retreating units. Ace Pants goes out. Great there for Donniechan, though needs to keep some armor near them so they actually take advantage of their Veterans U1 bonus. Taking some damage here, being suppressed by an MD-42 still remaining here. Could clear that out with the Sherman. And the second Sherman moves in the wall there. And another Stuka arrives here for Donniechan. Going to be blocking the way of the bazookas and other fun stuff, but they quickly decide they have better places to be when encountering two Shermans out in the bloody open. I mean, if they had a building till down in there, Donniechan could have kept them around a bit longer, since it's going to be more difficult for the Shermans to get out infantry inside a building, in particular with bazookas, but when it's just, you know, absolutely out in the open there with just the grass around that doesn't provide anything, it's obviously best to just retreat. So right now, Donniechan is being overwhelmed here by armoured forces, machine guns, and he's just struggling here with map control. Another Stuke there for Donniechan. Double Stukes may just prove to be the key to get out of this mess. maybe. Pioneers right here by the Sherman, got 3 kills there on it. Also the fact he's playing that would certainly make double Stoogs also more likely to maybe score some easy kills. On 12 versus 57. Panzers there. Might want to keep close to the Stug, partly just to cover it up, and of course, you know, get the bonus from it. Adding Panzer 6 to them instead. He's certainly really worried about the Shermans if he's doing that. Note that none of them are upgraded with bulldozer blades by now. And the first one did, and I guess Law just wasn't too impressed. He's just been strapped for munitions and doesn't feel like he wants to spend that many munitions on the bulldozer blade at the moment. 300 points left here for Donniechan versus Loyal's 57. Push for the hinder by Donniechan. We got mortar rain down there. Lining up for an assault there. Soldiers moving in. Stooks engaging the Sherman. Rifleman setting up inside the house. The soldiers moving from the other side. Sherman's moving in there. Coh2 need to be careful. There are telemines. There are telemines. Oh, not biscuits. Rangers pinned down by the MG42 here. Looks like things could go either way though. Round popping up, but there you go. Right in front of the assault grenadiers, and there go. They're quickly in focus down with both aced. Focus down. Murdered. Rangers being murdered out in the open as well. Heavy casualties for Loyal. I think he was trying to do too much, then didn't encounter what he anticipated, sitting up taking heavy losses. He's just lost a lot of infantry in a short amount of moments. In fact, some of his better infantry. Shermans are disengaging, but the damage has already been done. And now we got Donniechan. They're just spraying and praying here with the assault grenadiers, hosing down anyone looking suspiciously American. More Rangers out here for Loyal. More Thompsons on the way there. Shermans here, I think, are going for deep flank, which is not a bad idea, but without infantry support and other things, it could go either way though. But in theory, I like a deep flank, but he's taking too much casualties at the moment, and I'm not entirely sure what he's doing at the moment. Right, and of course, there's still the telemines. Oh, dodged it. But of course, partly black with down there since anyway, so we've gone straight into the standard territory point there. Either way though, heavy damage to the Sherman. Panther fast, then Bazooka found the other one. Both Shermans in a bit of trouble here. There we go. One Sherman down, other one eventually 2 here. And with that, in a few matter of moments, Loyal managed to toss away whatever advantage he had and just get utterly annihilated in a matter of moments. A brutal fight here with some good action from both sides, but in the end, Loyal I feel like made a few odd choices here and there. Could have upgraded some units faster and had some going, I think, a bit faster here versus his opponent. I also feel like a few mines could also maybe help him catch up some of the vehicles there from Donniechan. And you know, Donniechan to play it well, but at the same time, I feel like he got a bit too greedy in some cases, and could have changed up his tactics. But in the end, Loyal though played less well. And again, he should also just try to flank more times versus Donniechan. He just kept attacking into him, feeding him troops, which he definitely should not have been doing. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell family. But don't tell your enemies. Also, big thanks to Jacob or Jakub. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that one, so my apologies. Other big thanks to you for pledging on Patreon and supporting that mighty Propagandacast. You're part of my company here. So thank you all, and hope to see you all tomorrow again for a nice episode. Bye.